Hello and welcome to the first episode of A Conversation with Cian. I am, get this, Cian!
And I'm Zach.
Yes, he is Zach. We thought that theme parks are very, very, very cool. And so we thought that it would be very cool to make a podcast about that. Sanjit was going to host, but he's making a Roald Dahl short story adaptation instead.
This is a conversation with Cian, not a conversation with Sanjit.
Yes, exactly. This is replacement podcast. When it says conversation with Cian, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of classical music and it's gonna be like floating on screen and replacing me going.
Beautiful.
That's what's gonna happen. So on the topic of roller coasters, we are obliged to mention to our audience that roller coasters are not dangerous at all.
Roller coasters are not dangerous at all. I could go very into detail about this, but it is unbelievable how long they test roller coasters for to make sure no one's gonna even get a bloody nose on them.
True.
And then cars, other people don't test before they merge into you on the highway and then kill you in a car crash.
Yes, very true, very true. You are more likely to die on the way to Six Flags than you are at all in Six Flags.
I believe it's 1,000,000 times more chance to die on the way to a theme park than to die at a theme park, or it is something close to that number.
And further on that point, have you ever seen a news story where the news is like, oh my goodness, on Tormenta Rampaging Bull, which is a ride that doesn't exist yet. I don't know why it's the first one that came to mind. This child, their seatbelt came undone, but their lap bar is in place. Oh no!
Their seatbelt malfunctioned and came off during the ride 2 weeks ago. A couple at the World of Fun say they had to hold down the girls on the 72-mile-per-hour roller coaster called the Mamba.
That would be scary, but it's not, because seatbelts are sort of useless. They are redundancies. Lap bars are what secure a person in place. Funnily enough.
Seatbelts were first added to roller coasters to bring insurance premiums down for theme parks because having more levels of restraint redundancy makes it so insurance costs less. Because in the case that 10 things go wrong all at once on your ride, there is also a physical seatbelt that makes it so your roller coaster can't open, which makes the insurance people feel safe. But it is like a 0% chance, it has never happened and it never will happen, that all 10 things all fail at the same time.
Very true, very true. I didn't know that it was first added for insurance premiums, but that's a fun fact, I suppose. I think that now we ought to move on to the wheel. We have a fun little wheel that has a whole bunch of random topics about theme parks and roller coasters and that. And, why not, as they say. My computer died, and so I hope it's still recording. Yes, it can access my microphone, why the hell not?
Definitely need more audio.
Yes,
it's
we are recording.
Okay,
Here
let's
we
see
go.
it.
1, 2, 3.
Universal rides.
Universal rides.
There's rides at Universal. Can you guys believe it?
This is true. I really like the one with Hagrid. Hagrid's motorcycle adventure.
Hagrid's motorbike adventure is great. I'm going to flex this now to get it out of the way. I've ridden 170 different roller coasters. I'm dead on 170 right now. And my number one favorite roller coaster of 170 is Velocicoaster at Universal Islands of Adventure.
I haven't ridden that one yet.
Ride it. If you go ride it, go ride it in... I'll talk to my reaction camera. If you go ride it in the back row. The very back, I believe row 12, that is the best experience I have ever had on a roller coaster.
I hear you feel all the G's if you go in the back row.
Let's talk about that.
You want to talk about that?
So roller coasters are designed around the middle car. So all the forces are designed around how you will feel when you're sitting in the middle of the roller coaster. So that gives you kind of the most balanced experience. When you're in the back, you're getting pulled over the hills. So as you go over the hill, the car is accelerating back down. When you're in the front, you're getting kind of the airtime over the beginning of the hill and then accelerating. So that's a fun fact.
Lots of fun facts, I have to say. On the topic of Universal, though, I want to mention this. I went there once. I have been to maybe 3 theme parks, if you count Disney Universal as 2 different theme parks or not. And when I went to Disney Universal in Orlando, what happened was it was a choir field trip. And I hated choir so much it sucked so much. I love the choir people. No disrespect, I know this is going on our YouTube page, but I just did not have a fun time. And then we were going on a field trip, and I brought my mum, and it was like, oh my gosh, something good out of this sort of miserable experience. And so, like, I was still really scared, and so I skipped on Space Mountain and the Velocicoaster, and it made me so sad. But I did ride Light Cycle Tron, and that was a pretty fun one.
Awesome.
Yes.
That is a fantastic roller coaster. It took so long to build, and it's really short, but it's very fun. Originally from Shanghai, they just kind of plopped it into the Orlando one because they had a little extra room.
The Chinese, they're such innovators.
Yep.
Yep.
It's actually a Dutch roller coaster company.
It's a Dutch roller coaster
Fun
company?
fact.
But the Chinese are still innovators.
The Chinese are still innovators.
Yes, they
I
are.
guess they really like Tron.
On the topic of cool rides in that general area, have you done the Twilight Zone one, the one where it goes like
Tower of
dropping?
Terror
Tower
is
of Terror, yeah.
fantastic. I love the Tower of Terror. A lot of people love the Tower of Terror. I feel like I'm obligated to give a fun fact about everything we talk about now. So here's your Tower of Terror fun fact.
Tower of Terror fun fact.
Tower of Terror fun fact. Tower of Terror has a randomized drop sequence every time you ride the ride. So there's like, when you go into the elevator shaft, it locks your elevator in place, and then there's like 15 different things it can do. It can go up first, or it can go down first, and it can do big up, or little up, or small down, or, you know, big down. And then once it does that, then it rotates again through its big set of different things it can do, and then it'll again do like a small down or a big up. So every single time you ride, in theory, it's a different ride, because it's a random sequence, which is very fun because you can't expect what happens.
Expect. It is so cool that it is random. It is so neat that they are able to randomize it like that. I remember the theming being very great. That's the thing that I noticed.
Yes.
With the piano, you can play out front, and it plays real musical notes.
Ooh.
You know about that?
I don't know about that.
That was something I remember. And then
Very
also,
cool.
yeah, just like the hotel was neat.
The vibe is great.
The
Shout
Twilight
out Tower
Zone.
of Terror cast members. All the people that run that ride are great because when they're loading you in, they're acting all creepy and they're like, "See you later."
Yes, I remember that exactly.
Or never.
You understand French.
Un peu.
On,
Un petit peu.
on the topic of France, Paris, Disneyland,
Yes.
I hear that they don't do the Twilight Zone there. They do like a little ghost boy or something
So
similar.
in Paris, it is the Twilight Zone. It is the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. However, they made it a different story. I don't know why, but they made it a different story there. I guess to resonate with the French or something. And so it's about like a little ghost girl. Instead of being just kind of like, look, you're in this creepy hotel and this family just got vaporized. It's about, look, this little girl is like haunting you in the elevator and tormenting you in the elevator.
But Disneyland's Paris' Tower of Terror recently got an upgrade in late 2019. Now there are 3 different storylines you might get, along with a variety of drops to change how each story feels. They call it a new dimension of chills, and the 3 possibilities are the malevolent machine, the shaft creatures, and the 5th dimension.
I don't remember the story exactly, but that's the gist. I guess.
Yes, it is very weird. I imagine it is because the French people, they have never heard of Twilight Zone.
Probably very true.
Yes.
Okay, let's spin the wheel again.
Let's spin the wheel again, our fun little wheel. I don't know if I'm recording, but I'm not recording. Who care? I don't.
Okay.
There's a basketball court in the Matterhorn. This is
More
yours. I don't know
Disney
what
facts.
this
So,
means.
when Disneyland was being built, they were building a ride called the Matterhorn Bobsleds, which is a giant mountain in the middle of Disneyland. Shockingly, the Matterhorn mountain. They did a recreation of the Matterhorn. I think it's in the Swiss Alps.
Oh.
And when they were building this roller coaster, obligatory fun fact, the world's first tubular steel roller coaster. So now every roller coaster rail you see is a tube of steel. Back then, it was all like flat pieces of wood or metal, like a wooden coaster, but now all steel roller coasters have a tube that the wheels run on, and the Matterhorn bobsled was the first ride to do that. In the Matterhorn, they had a lot of empty space near the top of the mountain, and so what they decided to do, it's rumored, it is basically confirmed, but it's still technically an urban legend, that there is a full-size basketball court in the top of the Matterhorn that Walt Disney and his friends played on while they were building Disneyland and while Disneyland was open. They would play basketball.
I got to tell you, I used to work in the park. And we happened to be working in the Matterhorn one night, and we had gone all the way up to the top, and we came down, and we knew the rumor about the basketball court. And as we're coming down the stairs, we all stopped, and at the same time, it's like we turned around, there is a basketball hoop up there. And I made a couple of free throws, so that's one rumor that's actually true.
Sorry, you mentioned about wooden rides.
Yes.
I really wish that I had thought to put Tato Park, the centerpiece Irish theme park,
Yes.
on this wheel, but I did not, so I want to mention a few things about that. Number one, Tato Park, it is gone. It no longer exists.
It kind of exists.
The park still exists, but they got rid of all the Tato branding, which is the coolest part of it. And I wonder how the heck they did that. I haven't been back yet. It's now Emerald Park. There's like a million statues of Mr. Tato, whatever his name is, and you usually buy Tatos there. I remember when I went through the gift shop, there's all this Tato stuff, and then also little Michael D. Higgin plushies, who was our president for a while. He's not anymore, so I wonder still what they're doing about that.
For context, if you are unfamiliar, Tato is basically like the Irish Lay's.
Yes.
So it would be as if there was Frito-Lay land in the middle of nowhere, Missouri or Iowa or something. They have changed it to be Emerald Park, and it is now Ireland themed. So their newest roller coasters are, I'm going to really butcher this because the names are in Irish Gaelic, but it is Na Fianna Force is the new...
I don't know about the new coasters.
in the Tir na Nog
Tir na Nog?
land.
Land of the Young.
Land of the Young. Yeah, apparently it's all Ireland themed. I don't know what they did with all the Tato statues, though. They're probably still in a back room somewhere, just a warehouse full of Tato.
They're in the back rooms, the
They're in
Kane
the back
Pixel
rooms.
back rooms.
Whoa, May
Whoa.
29th?
Watch that movie, May whatever.
Unless it's bad, then don't watch it.
Then don't watch that movie.
Actually, do watch it.
Then watch
support
that movie.
independent creators. Okay.
Support A24.
Support A20. Yeah, they're... Yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
One more thing about
yeah.
that. I remember there was this big wooden roller coaster. When you said
Yes.
wooden roller coaster, it's what made me think
Yes.
of Tato Park. I forget what it's called. The Cuchulainn, I think it's called.
Yes.
It's made after I think it's after the Battle of the Giants Causeway or whatever.
Sounds right.
And then it is. I hear that it's kind of a miserable ride. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Have you been on Tato Park?
I have not been to Tato Park, but I'm familiar with Tato Park and, well, now Emerald Park and the coaster you're talking about. It is apparently fun and very rough, which
Yes,
is
it's very rough.
many wooden roller coasters.
Because of the degradation of wooden roller coasters.
Because the parks don't keep up with it.
I remember both riding this one and the one at Six Flags, where, what do you call it, the droppy one, the big cool one at Six Flags Fiesta.
The Iron Rattler.
Iron Rattler,
The
that's
Iron
it.
Rattler.
It's like a much worse Iron Rattler, honestly.
Iron
it's
Rattler.
fun, but it's still...
Fun fact about Iron Rattler. Iron Rattler is what is called an RMC Iron Horse conversion. So the Iron Rattler used to be a very slow, very boring, very, 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 very painful roller coaster. And it was this really old wooden roller coaster. And nobody was riding it anymore. Six Flags kind of had that problem where nobody wanted to come and ride it. But it was huge and expensive, and they really didn't want to tear down this huge, expensive roller coaster they just built to build a new one. And so this company, Rocky Mountain Construction, which is one of the greatest renaissances of the roller coaster design industry, they did this thing where they ripped out all of the wooden track on this, and they used all the supports to basically make a brand new ride. They made the drop 30 degrees steeper. They cut half of the layout, made it twice as fast. They put in loops, which ordinarily you could not do on wooden roller coasters. They added, technically it's a 0G roll, but not to get too nerdy, but they added inversions, and all the hills are sharper and steeper, and it's now a super intense ride and butter smooth compared to a boring, rough roller coaster.
I completely agree. When I rode that, I don't know what the G's are, but the most incredible ride that I've pretty much ever ridden. I think it's my favorite ride.
Most people think it's the #1 ride in Texas, which I think I would agree with.
Oh, wonderful. I really liked the other one, the one that was the steepest ride in Texas as well. What do you call that one? It's like
Wonder Woman.
No, there's like this new one where like the doctor is like, I will feed off your screams.
Dr. Diabolical's
Yes,
cliffhanger.
yeah.
That is very fun.
I loved that one. That one I went on. It was like most incredible one.
Holds you over the drop, and then it.
Yeah, Iron Rattler's narrowly beats that, but that one was also fun. I wanted to mention it.
Both very good.
I am talking so fast and like changing so many subjects, but we had so much to talk about. Do we want to do the wheel again? Yes, we do. Let's do the wheel again.
Let's do the wheel.
And this time I will record because I forgot to last time. Oh gosh. All right, here we go. 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 Oh no, I forgot. Oh well. Oh well. Disney adults?
Disney adults.
Disney adults.
Disney adults. Let's talk about them. I don't want to become a Disney adult, but I like Disney, and I'm going to become an adult. So that's looking bad
you're
for my
18,
future.
aren't you?
I'm 17.
Really?
So I'm 17 and 10 months.
Oh.
I have a summer birthday, so still the young one. But Disney adults, they're very interesting people. I am going to now talk about the Splash Mountain controversy.
Ooh, I don't know what this is.
This is the top of mind Disney adult phenomenon. So Splash Mountain, which was like one of Disney's most popular rides, it was a log flume. One of my favorites. It was incredibly well themed. It had like a full story. It was like a 8-minute long log flume, and it had this whole story of this rabbit, and he goes to find adventure, and then he goes to his like happy place, and he gets lured by the villains and gets thrown into the briar patch, which is just like a little patch of spiky plants, and then he finds his true happy place and shrugs off the bad guys, and he's like, I'm just gonna be happy. And it was a really fun ride that also had a really good story. And then they announced they were gonna close it for a justified reason, because Splash Mountain was based off of a very, 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 very racist movie.
Song of the South?
Song of the South. Yeah. It was really racist. And they did not want to be associated with that for one of their most popular rides, which I totally understand. However, a lot of Disney adults tried to start a campaign called Save Splash Mountain, where they really didn't want Splash Mountain to be turned into a Princess and the Frog ride. Most people didn't say this. Some people did, but obviously Tiana is the first black princess, and many people in this campaign were discovered to be quite racist and post racist thing and make racist posts. And they were very entitled on trying to save Splash Mountain.
That's so stupid though, because like they're not getting rid of it, they're not demolishing it, they're just updating the theme.
They just rethemed it.
And then they like renovate it too, so it just makes the ride better.
I don't like the new one as much because the story isn't as good, but I also don't think that Splash Mountain should have stuck around. And it's kind of shows how entitled Disney adults are, that they will like be really, really mad at people and be kind of bad people and bad to Disney employees who are just trying to do their job, just like minimum wage, like people saying like, sorry, this ride is closed, and they're yelling at them. It was bad. It was a dark.
It does sound like that.
It's a dark time, and that's a.
But it makes for good podcast talking.
We're talking about it.
We are talking about it.
I guess maybe their campaign worked because we're talking about it.
All right. You want to spin the wheel again?
Let's spin the wheel.
Okay. Without recording. That's okay.
Oh, it's okay. Well, we'll zoom in.
The Smiler incident. Ooh.
I'm
sorry, that was so goofy.
I want to talk about something else because I saw another I think this is going to be our last topic because we're running out of time, and I had a different topic I want to talk about instead.
This is why I put on here the Parallel Pipes video. Go watch that Parallel Pipes video. It's really good.
Watch the Parallel Pipes video. I don't know what it is. But what I want to talk about was another topic on the wheel that we didn't spin. I know I'm going against the rules, and I'm sorry. Final segment. We should do this or that.
Let's do the wheel. Oh, you want to do this or that? I don't have a thing planned for this or that.
Do you want to Google roller coasters?
That would take some time. Honestly, I'd say maybe not this or that. Are you okay with that?
We're running out of things to talk about.
There's still some other stuff on the wheel. Are you maybe? I'd say no.
Let's see what we spin. We only have like 10 minutes anyway, so. Oh, wait, I think it ends at 11:15.
And it is 11:11.
And it is 11:11. Maybe we end it off.
And the topic was Sanjay plays this or that. We are so good at podcasts.
Let's outro this.
Okay. So, thank you for watching this very silly thing. I think it was fun talking to you. I think that it is fun talking about theme parks, and there was lots of interesting lore that you could hear about it. Look up Coaster College. He's very good. Look up Roller Coaster Defender on TikTok. She is very good. And then who's the other guy? Parallel Pipes. That one video I really like. So those are 3 people that I would recommend you check out if you are interested in hearing more about roller coasters.
I agree. Coaster College has great videos. If you're scared of roller coasters, watch his stuff. And yeah, I would say go out there and... Oh, also, shout out to That's So Mid. He's a very underrated coaster channel. He keeps doing these videos where he's a crazy Australian guy, and he has a wheel of a whole bunch of different roller coasters. Yeah, watch his stuff. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.